Hello, and welcome. You have no idea, but I'm Jaden. I'm here with Jackson. I'm here with Ross. I'm here with Andy, and I'm here with Zane. And if you knew that, then you must also know this. We got a new table, and it's in front of us. We got new lights. We got new things, but the story is the same. We're doing a sci-fi Dungeons & Dragons adventure. More things on the horizon. So stick around, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. And without further ado, let's get ready for tonight's episode of Orbit 21. Sometimes I go into those intros knowing exactly what to say, and sometimes I do what I just did.
I think they know.
The group fled from pursuing aliens. These monstrous pink, white, bluish aliens, psychic powers. Gasp. You investigated them on the planet Neptune, an abandoned, destroyed city. You discovered these aliens could breed by transforming humans into creatures like themselves using these strange contraptions. Upon returning to the ORB, they sought to contact members of the Space Jurisdiction Force. Jove Thor cleverly informed the SJF of their recent discoveries, only to be met with, fine, backup will be there in 6 months. Not having time, they learned that Memory's consciousness still existed. She had chosen to remain with Ewan's armor rather than return to her body, which Scott now has access to, ergo Echo. After consulting with ORB2, they discovered Rupert Hayes was likely on Pluto. With this new intelligence, they returned to the ORB and entered the Intergap Gateway once more, resting before the incoming emergence. I'll give you a chance, it's been a while, us players, to warm yourselves back up into this game. So you're on the ship. Minutes will lead to the arrival of the exit to this gateway. And you will be on Pluto. But right now, you look around, and it is Echo and Leo Cray, thank you. And then the four of you. Now there's another person? Wasn't there? No. Never mind.
There was someone,
that one guy
we died.
He died. He got big dead.
He got big dead.
Massively.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Very
That's it.
dead.
So now it is just the 7 of you.
6.
6 of you. Well, no, 7 of you. You just
Technically.
one of them is in your helmet.
True.
Yeah.
I do have voices in my head.
We knew that.
So, I guess.
Now we know who they are.
Do you guys have some sort of a plan for what you're going to do when you exit and emerge? Or are you just going to let it hit you, let it happen to you?
Well, we don't know exactly what we're going into. We know supposedly that Rupert Hayes is on Pluto. Based
about
on
it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. With the new table setup, we're still
No,
figuring
Ross
things
is
out.
just figuring things out.
Don't at me at that like that. So we don't know exactly what we're going into. We know that Rupert Hayes is on Pluto. We know, or we heavily theorize that Al is on Pluto, and that's where his main consciousness is currently residing. We assume that at some point a whole host of aliens are coming from outside of our galaxy and will attack Pluto first. So we should be ready for anything coming out of the Intergap.
No, I don't remember. Did they say they were currently under attack or not?
They were like hunkered down.
I think they were in preparation. I don't think they were actively under attack.
It didn't sound good though, right?
I thought they were under attack.
Or it was like we're hunkered down or something like that. They kind of implied they could be.
It was imminent, maybe.
Check out last week's episode to find out.
They're under attack.
They're under attack.
They are. Okay. They're under attack. So, in that case, we should be ready to go in.
Remember, because he said
up
Rupert
the
Hayes had
legs,
arrived and they were like doing their thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So, as we are beginning to exit, we should have one person on either guns, either set of guns, and
We ought to cloak.
that is probably a good idea. Yep, cloak as we are coming out, just to...
Finger over the cloak button.
should we should probably come out cloaked,
Yeah.
just because we don't know
For sure,
what is.
but- Yeah, we only have 5 minutes, so we're gonna wait to use it.
Right. I mean,
So you emerge to the edge of this sort of gateway, this portal, this chute. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything else we want to talk about. So we are going to
I'm gonna man guns.
go to Pluto.
Guns.
So in this moment, I think I even said you already were there.
Yeah.
Fine.
But
Engineering.
you cross the threshold.
Cloak.
Your cloak covers a lot of this potentially, but you recognize your shield sort of singes and burns away this ice, this like sort of crystallization of the temperature. Right? There's a small amount of atmosphere that's required for intergap travel. So they take these gases and they implement them on these planets to help create these gateways. So that's the first thing you notice. It's cold. And on the ship, it even sort of decreases in temperature as well. And then you look around beyond. You're all in your seats. And it's just a field of ice, white with a hint of rust, red, kind of here and there amidst some of the rocks. You, on the guns, are able to turn a swivel and look back behind and see that the intergap gateway is now finally closing itself. And then you look around for the sort of station where they might be. There's sort of an outpost. You can see where they might have been fighting. But as of right now, you're not seeing any signs of alien life. You see a large satellite dish emerging from the ground near this outpost. The outpost is one large building and one small storage building. And you're able to sort of fly over there to investigate. Or you can head to sort of what looks like a nearby, I don't want to call it a shanty town because it's constructed, but it has the feel of kind of a downtrodden village.
Joe Thor's gonna look over all this. Like, let's head to the ORB first. That's probably where Rupert was going to be, but we should keep our eyes open.
Denver.
My eyes are open.
Figuratively and literally.
So Leo is over kind of on the edge and mentions that he doesn't have a spacesuit.
Right.
He was from Earth, on Earth, and had not needed one.
Do we have any extras on the ship?
Well, you
Joe
don't need
Thor?
one.
I still need to breathe.
He has one for the sake of his character. He like it's actually built into his his character. He has one.
Right.
He has one obviously. Like everyone has one.
I thought he could radiation.
Well, my suit doesn't really cover much because I don't need it.
Yeah, he just wears like a big helmet basically.
Yeah, like Star-Lord.
Fishbowl
fishbowl.
style.
Oh, like Star-Lord.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, just the...
But he does say, I'm going to probably have to stay behind. But if you find a spacesuit for me to wear, I'd be happy to accompany you.
Okay. Well, let us kind of scout around. We'll keep you on comms. Stay close, and stay safe.
Yeah, he can use memories, old com. She's like attached to
Yeah.
I mean,
Scott now, right?
we did it. I think we made 5.
I thought we made 6, so we had an extra.
You're right, we did.
Yeah, we did. So yeah, we just.
Never
I
mind.
mean, we have memories old one, and that
Got the extra.
So
we go.
Yes, we have enough for him to be on our secure comms.
All right.
Bam.
Good
Right in
luck.
the head.
I found this Game Boy, so I'll be well attended.
Color?
What generation?
What's a Game Boy?
30 million.
Yeah, not as good as the 40 million.
I'm going
Get
to
what you get.
go into Echo real quick. I'm just gonna have her
So they switch.
like walk out as you know the ramp lowers,
Yep. Ramp lowers.
right? And I'm gonna have her just kind of walk out onto like the nose, the snout of the ship, and like under the cockpit and just kind of like spider up there,
Yeah.
clinch and stick her head out, and then just leave her there. Kind of like if
Like a sentry.
almost like a sentry, or like if I need to, go back to the ship for a second, she's right there. In case any of the aliens try to.
No, I like it. I like it. So you guys, because of like the debris, we'll say, you kind of have to park slightly outside of the space.
Okay.
So you're given a reasonable berth. I'm gonna go ahead and say 100 yards. You park away from this in order to not blow away any crates or other things. But you land in a hard rock space. You guys have sensors in order to detect things like that. You're able to land no problem. So Echo is out there as a sentry, and now the 4 of you are able to head to the surface. So you look around, like I said, and you see this. It's basically 3 legs. Each one of them have ladders, and it goes all the way up to a platform. And on that platform is a satellite dish that is slightly rotating, just ever so slowly. You would miss it if not for the blow of sort of like snowy mist as it sort of curves along, and then it sort of changes. So you're able to see it, but it's slight.
Right.
Somebody give me a perception check, kind of as the area.
Yeah.
It sounds like both of them.
I'm,
Got it.
I'm going to say that's a 25.
Only 17 for me.
Joe for the word. I'm not even going to roll because I'd roll about a 2.
So, memory in your mind, in your helmet, in your comms, she says, "Give me 1 second. I think I can try something." And then all of the green on Ewan's armor goes to white, except for his visor. So he's got a green visor, but all the green goes to white. So he's got this like kind of half camo. And he kneels down.
cool.
He kneels down at the edge of what's like the threshold to the yard of this area, and you look around and you see like sort of scorch marks, and you see a little claw sticking out of the snow. And you sort of walk up to it. You're crouched, you're low, and you have your long arm in your hands. And you walk up to it, and you sort of hold everybody back there. And you pull up, and yes, it is indeed sort of like the end of like a finger plus the claw of one of these creatures that you guys have fought before. And you can say with absolute certainty, based on your roll, that there was a recent combat with these creatures. And this is likely a break between waves,
Oh.
based on your estimations.
Yeah.
Can I try and look for any signs of people hold up, survivors hold up?
You'll have to go inside the building proper to find out that information based on his 25 and him
Okay.
just like he basically said, "Hold back, I'm going to scout out ahead."
Okay.
And he did. And then he came back with the claw and said, "No
This is the
survivors.
deal."
This is what I found."
Gotcha. Okay.
What Joe Thor's going to do is he's going to get his data pad out, and he's going to try and scan for any like big like energy sources just to see if he can figure out anything
Yeah.
that's kind of ahead of him.
I like it. You can do data or technology, your choice.
I'm going to do technology for that. So let's do
You're looking for, you said, energy sources?
yes, like just to see like just energy
Power level,
sources.
perhaps?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see.
9,000?
Technology, that would be a 21.
You pull up your collar. Wind is blowing in your face, and you sort of cup your hand around the reflection in order to see your data pad properly. And upon looking at it, you notice 2 energy sources. 2 large generators, one each building. So in the small outbuilding that looks like a storage unit, basically on its side with a big doorway and one single window, there is a generator on its left. Kind of to your immediate left as you like sort of look that direction. There it is. Boom. Generator attached to the side. It's pretty big. It's the size of the building this generator is.
Well, this is an ORP,
Yep.
so
This is Yes, it is an ORB. It is just kind of a rundown one. And then you also see a second energy source. Same model generator as the other one. However, this one is attached to the large building.
Gotcha.
Both of these buildings are single story. This one just sprawls a bit wider.
And is there anything abnormal about the energy that they're generating? Like, are they damaged and like life support's down? Are they giving off a lot of energy, or what?
Life support seems to be operational. Just from a cursory glance, you wouldn't really know that, but you're able to say, oh, energy is constant. It's a bit on the lower end.
Okay, so
But-
nothing that would
Yeah.
really surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Given the circumstance, they could be. It could be part of the reason why these creatures are attracted to this location.
Okay.
But based on his 25 that I'll kind of continue to use
Right.
throughout this engagement, especially with his alien sort of mindset proficiency, it isn't directly the reason why they're here, but it could be.
Okay.
So there's this doorway on the left that kind of looks at this building, this smaller sort of storage unit. And then there's the ladders that lead up to the satellite, and then there's kind of a large doorway that leads into the building proper,
Okay.
the big one.
Should we knock?
I feel like we need to just go nice and slow and see if we see any more of the creatures. I don't know. You and you're kind of taking the lead here. You're the battlefield expert.
We can see it all.
We definitely shouldn't split up. Fewer of us there are, the easier it's going to be to take us down. We move as a group. I say we see what we can see. We expand from there. See if we can contact Rupert Hayes. See what he knows.
Okay.
Are there any windows on this building?
Yes, there are a number of windows. It seems that there are windows on some of the space, like this building sort of has like squares that come off of it. It looks like rooms that are kind of attached to a larger middle structure.
Sure.
And then you also see, kind of based on your experience and his ability to kind of point you in the right direction, you also see a garage door that is currently closed. But yes, there are windows around the building if you'd like to investigate them.
I just want to like sneak up the wall and just peer in one.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Are you proficient in that?
I hope so. No.
You're not? Wow.
That is a natural 1 on the die.
Ooh.
With +3, so 4.
The light, from your perspective.
Oh, no, say it's frozen up. It's fogged over.
No, I'm actually going to say he's getting a pretty heavy glare. The only illumination of this area, because of Pluto being so far away, comes actually from the satellite dish, has lights attached to it that sort of come out from the top. And based on your current vantage point, it's just reflecting this window is inaccessible for your vision.
Dang. All right. There's a garage door over there. Should we try that?
I don't see why not.
Isn't there a front door?
There is. It's literally like probably
I know I'm saying that in character.
2 yards to the left.
Well, let's go through the small door just in case there's a lot of enemies behind there. It will be easier to get out of the way of the small door. Okay, so Joe Thor's going to go up to the door and examine it. Is it like a keypad or something, or how?
No.
Is there a doorbell?
There is just a sort of circular vault door.
Okay.
Is there any, can I detect any Bluetooth signal to connect to?
No wireless signal. This is Pluto.
Can
I
I, just,
mean, like, coming from inside.
Yeah, from the door.
There is... Go ahead and make a technology check for me, Scott.
can I just pick the lock?
If
Take
there's
the
no
vault
lock,
door. It's a DC.
That's a vault
500.
door. There's always ways to get in.
Okay, so thank God I am proficient in
Yeah.
this. This is a 12.
12. So, Scott, the
Or
only
13.
thing I can give you with the
Say.
13 is that you see wires on the ground that connect, wires and piping that connect to the outbuilding and the satellite dish. So there is...
hold on. You're proficient. That gives you a 10. Your proficiency bonus is 4. There's no way you can possibly get a 13.
He said 12.
Hold on. What was that technology?
Yeah.
That should have been way higher.
Yeah.
That should be 22, 23.
There
Sorry.
you go. All right.
I forgot I have like plus 11 on that.
Okay.
Rogues, man.
There we go.
Yeah, because remember, you're doubling your proficiency when you're
Expertise.
expertised in those things, and
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
It's been a minute.
so you look through these wires that you sort of see, and you are able to do what you do best and break in. So you start taking one of your knives and you just scrape the edge of the wire fitting, and then you see a little bit of copper strand, and you take your finger and you twist it onto the copper, and then
You just hotwired a building.
you're in the mainframe.
Heck yeah.
And then you sort of get this. There's 3 cameras accessible to you.
Okay.
4.
4. Can I check them all, or do I get to pick one?
I mean, I'm just asking. You have 4 cameras accessible. Pick one.
Okay. I'm gonna check.
bathroom.
Can't legally have cameras in there.
Number 4.
Number 4. You are now in second person. You see on a swivel up from the satellite. It is turning and rotating, and you can see you and your friends and the battlefield from above. Indeed, there was a battle fought here, but you see no signs of human life. You see drag marks, and you do see some tire marks coming out from the garage. Not recent per se, but you do see them. And now it's swiveling back, and you see the back of your head and all your friends again. And it's going back and forth facing this direction.
3.
3. Inside the garage. It's a long garage. There's a single door immediately to the right. You're in the back corner. You can see the garage door. It would lift up from the inside. It looks like there's a connector. And then you see 2 vehicles and 1 person armored in blue. He's currently operating. He's got his underneath one of these trucks. And you see underneath his feet are basically like rollerblades, basically.
I see someone in the garage. I say out loud to the team. And then 2.
2. You are inside of a small room filled with lockers and crates.
1.
You see a computer room. It's swiveling. And you see what looks to be doorways on the far wall. Immediately to the right is a hallway. And then, like I said, computers everywhere. And there's 1 person in the middle of this room, also armored, helmet off. He's smoking a cigar. He's got a kind of grayish beard. And he's just like poking at the computer screen. But also wearing blue armor, similar to Ewan's.
It seems there's survivors still within the ORB facility.
That's a good thing, right?
Any evidence of our friends?
Now hold on. Our quote-unquote friends can't be picked up by cameras, right?
Are they vampires?
Are they vampires?
Well, when we went to the asylum, I was the only person that could see him besides Kane.
I think that was just because of my horrible perception checks.
I see.
There is evidence that they had a huge battle,
Yeah.
but that's it.
I
I
just
mean,
get-
I didn't specifically see any like
I guess what I was-
carcasses in the facility.
I guess what I was getting at was like, do we know if there's some sitting in there, like just waiting, but like that's not a trap?
I've not seen any through all the security cameras. That
I
I've
always
accessed.
expect a trap.
Okay.
We don't know what condition these men are in, but they are not. They don't appear to be alien.
Are either of them Rupert Hayes?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
But they could be mind controlled, like the other one we saw.
All right. Well,
Everyone makes stealth checks.
yeah.
God, I love this proficiency thing.
Isn't that nice?
It's very nice.
13.
19.
17.
23.
Wow.
What was the lowest roll?
13.
13.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
I'm just gonna double check. I Again, this is why I have these cards up here. You guys don't get to know what I'm thinking.
Put an exclamation point above your head.
You said what?
13.
Okay.
You can spot it.
That was a very grave K.
You hear a hello coming from behind the crate-sized building, and you get low, and you're hidden. I said meets it, beats it for your stealth check, but I'm telling you that you met it.
Yeah.
And I start to climb up the building and get to a high vantage point.
You will
Stealthily?
you will expose yourself.
I can't stealthily. but-
So I did a lot of research on how stealth works.
Okay.
And what I've learned is you have to be able to be hidden from sight. This person is looking in this direction, and I've mentioned lights pointed down. I don't see a feasible way for you to not be visible doing this.
Is there a
I do.
corner I can round?
I do.
Do you?
Echo.
I do. I can now go invisible.
Can you?
I can.
Okay.
Now that I'm level 11, I upgraded my armor so that I can cast invisibility.
Right. So what do you do?
I'll look at all these guys like, guys, I'm gonna try something out. Don't freak out. I'm gonna go and investigate. I will activate the invisibility on my armor, and I will go invisible.
It's gonna suck if he gets mind controlled.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth with advantage as he moves.
25.
20,
No, sorry, 24.
24. That makes a lot of sense to me. You walk in which direction? Where are you going?
Toward the voice, away from the
You
voice.
hear the person say, hello? Hello?
So I hear it coming from like ground level ish around the building.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to, even though my invisibility's on, just kind of zigzag and go behind things and go around the building.
Force of habit.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Like on the ground. Possibly depends on who it is
Or what?
or what. And just sneak and get as close as I can to the building, and then I'll look around the corner.
So, Scott, you see as he walks away in this sort of icy, snowy ground, you see his footprints as he walks away. Now, it doesn't look that he's it wouldn't, at a cursory glance, look any different than the battle was fought out here, right? So he's okay, but invisibility in this terrain is only so trustworthy.
Gotcha.
That you make, being a stealth expert, make note of on the ground. Now, you said you were going around the building to try to
yes.
look at this person.
And whatever the shortest distance is.
To where the person is.
Well, so
to
you
it.
could just turn around
Oh.
and just see what's going on. But
Okay.
you're standing there. So you stand up there and you look,
Uh-huh.
and you see that there's a person in blue armor, red visor, and they are waving a gun around with a light on the end of it. And he's looking in multiple directions. This gun's really big. It's a big gun.
How big is the guy?
The guy's the guy's big, but you don't know if that's the armor or the guy.
Okay. So big guy, big gun.
Big guy, big gun.
Okay.
And at the end is a light, and he's waving it around. And if he was closer to you, you'd be a dead giveaway. But you have invisibility right now. Your cloaking is on you.
Right. All right. So he obviously, based on your description, does not see me. I will go away, and I will quietly radio to everyone. It's like, guys, it's another person in blue armor. Looks to be a large individual, large gun.
Aren't
Sure.
they the ones we were trying to find?
Well, we know that
They could be the holdouts.
they could be holdouts. We don't know if Rupert Hayes is connected with them. Do I make contact?
Am I still plugged into the wire? Mm-hmm. Do I have access to like the PA comm system of the ORB facility?
Ooh, I like it. You rolled a 21 earlier? 22?
25.
20 bajillion?
Over 20.
I think it was 22.
Sure. But it will make noise outside. So you're going, like, if there's anything on the horizon, if there's anything out there, this could potentially be bad. Or, but like, you're gonna say whatever you want to the facility.
Depending on how loud you make it.
It's just a PA,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So it's like
They have a volume, don't
yeah, but like,
Can
I mean,
I-
it's.
can I
I'm just
do-
picturing like the principal's office. Like, you're just gonna talk into it.
What
Yeah, it's the
about?
they? You can
intercom.
whisper into it.
Can I do?
You could.
Can I do the PA inside the building? To the people inside, instead of the outside.
Oh man, how do I penalize? How do I make it?
penalize
How do I make it a game? How do I make it a game? Here's what we do. Just go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
It's a regular old data check, but I just want to see what happens.
Okay. So that is 22.
Oh, my nose is like ugh. 22. Yeah, you're really good at this. So yes, you can do it inside.
Yeah, I saw.
You roll like a
That's
3.
with a nat one.
So hold on. So your proficiency,
proficient.
your proficiency. Are you expert in that? Expert in data?
Data and technology.
You're an expertise in data and technology.
I've both dots filled in.
Well, so that's proficient.
Yeah.
Are you
Proficiency.
Are you expertise?
No, he has both dots filled in. I mean, that's expertise.
Are there 2 dots or
I
1
have the
dot?
dot and the square.
The dot in the square.
So then then you add double your proficiency, which is 8, and then your regular stat that you choose on top of that, which is like probably
Something.
like 3 or 2
Intelligence
or 4.
is-
It's plus 11 on both.
3.
That's nasty. Okay, so you just literally can't fail a data check.
I believe the quote was rogues, man.
I know. I'm
sorry.
I would have picked stealth, but that's nice.
For this setting, it's pretty good.
So yeah, cool.
Okay, so I speak to the guys. Hello, come in. This is to the survivors of the ORB. Do you read me?
You're speaking inside the building.
Yes.
I'll just say you go to like, I don't know, which camera are you gonna like try to watch?
The one of the guy who
Inside?
In the
Like,
garage?
is that
In
the
the
computer
garage.
room or the
computer
garage?
room. I would probably pick
Computer
the
room?
computer room.
Yeah.
He stands, grabs a pistol next to him, and then draws like a knife out of his like armor on his face, like
I was going to say on his
Yeah,
near
neck.
his neck, like
yeah,
Like his shoulder.
like
Shoulder
Emil from Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full reach.
and so he's like looking around, and he's still got the cigar, and he's like, "Hey, who the fuck are you?
We're the backup.
Back up. It's
Yeah.
too fast. Rupert just left."
We're not with Rupert. In fact, he's probably been hunting us for the past while.
Where are you?
We're near your facility, but you have a man out here standing guard.
And
Well, we don't want, considering what's been happening outside, we do not want to trigger an undue conflict.
he puts his hand to his ear. Yeah. Garage door starts opening.
I switched to that camera.
And you see there's the man on the rollerblades. He's also wearing armor. He's got the helmet on. And he's got that like really middle school 3 lines diamond S on his chest. Right? Like carved into his chest
yeah.
there. And you see his armor has like a bit more of a mohawk than the other ones.
Yeah, that works.
And he walks out, and he's got 2 pistols. And you see as he's walking outside, and then now everyone is able to see him walking out. And then you hear as the guy who's the big dude with the big gun goes, "Hey, I heard someone over here." And then the guy's like, "Yeah, all right. Go ahead in the middle here, and I'll cover the other end." And then they start sort of converging.
I would advise you to call your men off.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's fair.
Because they're probably hunting us was the wrong thing to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that probably was. I'm a little too honest. All right, so Persuasion.
Anybody else doing anything while this is happening?
I'm thinking.
I mean,
It's a 10.
are we? Am I assuming that all this is going on over the mics? Because last I knew, I was just watching the big guy.
I mean, maybe you hear the PA. Probably now that the garage is open, you hear him say,
Right.
I would call off your men from the garage.
Right.
Not very loud, but just enough.
Right. Enough that I can be like, wrong words.
Now you rolled what? I'm sorry?
10.
10.
Not great.
You see on the camera, puts on his helmet. And then the door at the front opens. And this person is very straight arrow.
So the door at the front opens?
Yeah, the door at the front opens.
The one we're at.
Yeah, you see, and on the camera, the computer room opens directly outside into the main thoroughfare.
Okay.
So he sees us?
No.
We're right there?
Not yet.
No, I do have to make investigation checks as the other two people.
Since Memory was able to change my armor to kind of camouflage outside, would she be able to do that again to match theirs?
Ooh, I like it. Go ahead and roll for me a data check. And then add 10. Just, you don't add anything. You just tell me what the die is and add 10.
He gets +1 on data.
Well, I know, but I'm memory, and I'm making him roll for memory.
I see.
I got a 7, so that'd be 17.
17. You end up with navy white blue camo, and she goes, sorry.
I'll work with what I can.
So I still have control in the facility.
I mean, you still have the PA, and you still have the cameras.
I'm going to lock it down.
What?
I'm going to keep the third guy from coming out.
Go ahead and roll another data check. Obviously, it's 22.
Well, hold on. It might be higher. It's in the 30s now. So 37.
The garage door begins to close. That's it.
Okay, cool.
It's a very analog facility.
So Jove Thor is just gonna be still invisible. Is gonna be following the big guy, kind of at a distance, just keep an eye on him. Won't follow too closely.
What are we hiding behind?
Your stealth checks are still good. I'm saying you're in piles of snow
Hiding behind piles of snow?
and like crates.
We can
and,
see the open door in the front.
Yeah, you're like behind crates and piles of snow.
Should we go in?
Hold on, I'm still negotiating.
They opened the door for us.
They're all outside. So
They're all outside?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I don't close it.
no, I'm just saying. Well, you said you attempt to lock down the facility, and the
Well,
garage
because
door
I
was
thought
in
the third guy was still
there.
on
No,
his way out.
so they're all three outside
I don't
now.
want to close her all the way in. So
No, you're good. They're all three outside, and they're looking around.
Can I...
What kind of weapons do they have?
Big guy, big gun.
Can I figure out what kind of weapons? Like, is it normal?
They are all. Go ahead and roll a history check.
History doesn't help me. 7.
You don't know. You're not a gun person.
So, can I hold action, uncanny dodge?
Uncanny dodge is a reaction.
Can I hold reaction?
No. You just, if I attack you and deal damage,
Uncanny
you can
dodge.
just half it as a reaction.
What about hold action, evasion?
Evasion just means if you make a dexterity saving throw, then it's really good because you're a rogue.
It's not an action.
Basically, if I'm attacked, I want to hold action like...
You can hold
Dodge
action
the attack.
dodge,
Yeah, to
which is
hold
where I
action
have
dodge.
disadvantage to attack you.
Okay,
that
I'd like
just
to hold
choosing
action
dodge?
dodge.
Well, you hold an action, and the action he's choosing is dodge.
Okay.
I'm going to go over our internal mics. They might believe that any organics may be compromised by mind control or
That seems fair.
by illusion. They might give a robot a second chance. I'm going to attempt to negotiate. Stay hidden. And so then I'm going to shout. I'm going to say, please do not shoot. I am coming out.
And you just stand from where
And
you
I
are.
stand slowly with my arms raised.
Okay.
that hold action dodge.
Is Zane about to become a C-3PO?
He's about to try. So these three soldiers sort of curve their trajectories towards you, and they begin walking slowly. And what looks like the sergeant, he basically says, "Hey, I recognize that voice. That's the guy on our PA, Skids." And the guy with the rollerblades and the slight mohawk says, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I hear it. What you gonna say then? Keep going there, robot."
I have information about your enemy that might assist in its destruction.
What does that mean? The big guy says.
The aliens you've been shooting and fighting, I presume, outside the base.
Yeah?
We know some things about them.
Can you give us more intel than Captain Hayes? It remains to be seen. Are you alone?
I am not.
And then Skids turns, the guy with two guns. He's like, "Whoa, where they at then? Where they at?"
They do not want to get shot. We do not know if you are friend or foe at this point.
Are you a stealth robot? The big guy says.
Possibly.
Yeah, I was watching the security camera. He has a helmet on. Never mind. I was watching that. I was like, let's get into that.
Still smoking through the helmet.
He just has a sticker. He just has a sticker on the visor.
No, he goes, and like puts it through the helmet. No, so he just goes, "All right, you don't want to play a game, fine. Skids, grab him. We'll question him." And then he goes, "Really? It's not like we can torture him." True.
I would not advise that.
So Skids walks over to you, and then from like a little pouch on the side of his belt, he pulls out like these little
Restraining bolts.
restraining sort of like it's like handcuffs, but they're a little like electrified.
Time out real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
So, Rupert Hayes is on his way, or is he already?
He
left,
mentioned that
it
Rupert
says.
just
Came
left.
and gone.
Yeah, so he is
just left.
now. Whether
I
he
see
left the planet or he just left.
They just
the,
said
the
left.
ORB. We don't know.
ORB.
Can I see the handcuffs?
From your vantage point. Yes, we'll say
Can I
that
target them?
you're able to see on your leftish would be Scott, and then Skids is coming up behind.
How much of his conversation have the three of us heard?
Yes.
All of it. We have been able to hear
You guys are like right behind me.
Could I consider them a target?
the handcuffs.
Does your spell say creature or target?
Target.
Then yes.
Subtle spell, hard light needle.
And would they be able to hear the three of us talk about anything?
Yes.
Yes. Your stealth is currently active though, so you can softly speak through your comms.
Is there a way I could reach Rupert Hayes? If not between the three of us, is there a way memory could do so?
Memory could certainly try, but I'm going to resolve his action first.
Sure.
So the manacles approach your hands, and he starts to like kind of grab your wrist. And then he tries to pull your arm down, and there's a lot of resistance. Do you let him?
Do I notice
I
what
was
he's
trying to do it before he got to him.
Oh, okay. So when he just pulls him out, and they just like kind of explode in his hand, and then Skids goes, "So,
Like right after he said, I would not suggest that.
Sarge, I need your handcuffs." You broke your handcuffs, the big guy says.
So Joe Thor's just gonna go up, still invisible. It's like, my friends, we are not here to.
Oh, that's right. You're not near us.
We're not here to hurt you. We are here to help you. I feel like we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
So big guy goes, "Whoa!" and he takes his big gun and he just shakes it. And as he shakes it, the magazine sort of extends down and then drums, gets very like expands into a drum.
Yeah.
And then the front of his gun just goes, it gets a lot longer, and it basically drops into a long like minigun.
Yeah.
And then he turns and waves it to the left and goes, What was that?
Well,
Please say a ghost.
I'm going to switch over to Echo and purposefully collapse my body so my body just falls limp.
And then you hear the guy go, whoa! How do you do that? What was that?
And then meanwhile, I'm going to pull the ship up.
So you're gonna get in the ship?
As Echo.
As Echo.
I'm going to pilot the ship up, and I'm going to...
I mean, it's a football away. If you turn it on, we're gonna see it.
yeah.
We're going to see it? Okay.
Yeah, so if you
Yeah.
turn it on, we'll see the lights come on.
Okay.
Right now, you're invisible unless it comes on.
We shouldn't be
It's a-
visible. It's just kind of off there.
It's just,
Is that-
it's not in my awareness.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
imagining it's very dark because it's Pluto.
Right.
And the light underneath this satellite is all we get.
And
Right.
I can't do it stealthily.
You can still do it.
So,
Because I
If you're looking
basically,
for-
I'm going to bring it up and be like, we have bigger guns than
If you're
you.
looking for intimidation, turning on the ship is probably still good.
They might shoot.
oh
at
yeah,
me.
with that,
Might.
the ship would probably be fine if the big guy.
So Joe
shot.
Thor's there invisible. These
Right.
guys are all aiming their guns in random directions. Scott has collapsed. What are you two doing? You've cast Heartlight Needle. You're still stealthy. What is Camo and Blue doing?
Trying to have memory reach Rupert.
Memory's trying to reach Rupert. Okay. She's going to begin trying that. So go ahead and give me a d20 roll plus 10 and see what happens.
26.
Isn't that fun? You hear a... And then she says, he's out of range,
Is that
but I've got him.
How far is range?
Not sure. I'm piggybacking.
10-4.
so? Then Joe Thor will get out of the line of fire of the big guy's gun.
Okay.
And then it's like, my friends, I am currently invisible. If I become,
No shit!
I'm explaining it to you so that you don't shoot me if I become uninvisible.
Way to play that charisma score.
They just threatened to torture me, by the way, for no reason.
No,
they
they
said,
said
we
that-
can't torture him.
What?
Meaning they,
we really
they wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Keep in mind.
I'm going to if you promise not to shoot me, I'm going to become uncloaked with my hands up. And why don't we all start over and hopefully as friends and not shoot each other?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Courage.
Just straight roll. Come on.
It's hard enough for him straight.
Persuasion.
He's got like a -2 to this.
Something like
No,
that.
I have
yeah.
a -1.
Gross.
13.
13. All right, lucky 13. He goes, keep talking. Just keep talking, buddy.
They're going to try to follow your voice, I bet.
That's a good thought. I hadn't thought about that. We have been. The aliens that you have been fighting.
I'm up against what stealth check?
The stealth check was
13.
No.
No.
It was
No?
advantage 24.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
Yeah. It was a 24.
Oh, that's
stealth.
right. Yeah.
We have been fighting these aliens, and we believe that they have a force incoming, and we are trying to do everything we can to prevent that from either prevent the invasion from getting closer, or assisting the artificial intelligence AL in repelling them. We need to get information from you, and we are willing to help you with either of those, depending on what the correct course of action is.
The sergeant says, all right, wait. What do you know about Project Owl?
We know a lot. We have been in contact with Leonard Cray, and he has given us what information he can, and we know that the super AI known as Al chose me and my colleagues for some reason unknown to us in order to prevent the invasion that is incoming.
Owls cooked up by the government.
All right. You're saying some of the right things. You haven't hit all my trigger words yet, but I'm interested. So, let me understand this. You're the people that Hayes is hunting.
Yes. We kind of got off to the wrong foot, but
Tell him we told him to come here.
we were the ones that informed Rupert that the invasion was coming. We believe he was the reason why he came, and he, in addition to 3 of my colleagues, were the 4 that were chosen by Al.
All right, who are your colleagues?
I
Name him.
am Jovthor Bashawu from Nimbus.
Okay, so you're a monkey. Next.
Not all of us are monkeys. Some of us are apes.
You're from Nimbus.
Yes. There's a difference between monkeys and apes, though. Doesn't matter.
Not gonna win this one.
Then we have Ewan, soldier. What's your rank?
Rank commander.
Yeah. Commander Ewan Benogli. And we have Kane Carson, also known as Patient Zero.
Okay, is Benogli still ranked officially?
That would be a question for you to ask him. Should you be cool about not shooting us if we reveal ourselves?
All right, skids. Checks out.
Okay. And
I'm gonna immediately just like stand right back up.
Whoa!
and then Jovthor will walk kind of out of the
good?
correct line of fire, and far enough away from people. It's like, okay, I'm going to uncloak. I will uncloak with my hands up.
He appears out of nowhere.
Kane will stand up. We're all standing up now?
I'm gonna kind of give it a second before I do, kind of see
Yeah, I
what
know.
they do.
Okay. I'm counting everybody but Benogli. Where's Benogli?
Ewan, stand up, please.
With the real Ewan.
Please stand up. Please stand up.
Kind of poke my head up.
On the
Get-
snowbank.
He stands.
Like, stand up with a gun.
There he's up there.
Hand on pistol.
There he is. I see him. The big guy says.
He's in blue.
I like his armor design. It's nice.
Thanks.
So, Sarge, you said his story checks out. What does that mean? Well, we're to stand down. They outrank us. I know.
I do?
Not officially, but your clearances are higher than mine, and I don't want any part of this shit show.
Trust me,
I'm finally
Sarge.
important.
Trust me, Sarge. I don't think any of us want to. But
SJF says anybody mentioning Al has free access to the facility.
that's interesting. All right.
Hey.
How recent should we all go inside before any more aliens show up? It looks like you've been fighting these guys for a while.
It was nice out here.
I should probably tell you that Hayes went into town. He's if there's anybody left alive, he's supposed to get official clearances from the man in charge of the town.
And who would that be? The man in charge of the town.
It depends on who's still living.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I would recommend we go assist Hayes, as it's very dangerous for him to be out here alone.
He took 4 of his finest, is what he said.
I don't think that will be enough.
Well,
I hope it's enough.
I see that you have a vehicle in there. Would you like to join the 4 of us? Or would the 3 of you like to join the 4 of us so that we can go and either rescue Hayes and his compatriots or avenge him should he have fallen?
You're not paying attention, okay? He said you have access to the facility, not that we were your bitches.
Oh, okay. In that case,
That remains to be seen.
He got you.
Scott, I don't think that's helpful. All right.
We don't know yet.
We are going to borrow your vehicle in there to go to town, and may we get your comm signal so that we can stay in communication should we need backup,
Why wouldn't
or
we
should
just-
we need to contact
Why
you.
don't we just fly?
Thing to consider too is that
Or how
far away was it?
Yeah, how far away is the town? The shanty town that you described earlier.
Town is a couple miles away.
Okay, so flying is
Faster, certainly.
I'm fine. I'm
It's at
fine
least
with.
faster.
We could jog, you know.
Well, I was saying the vehicle that
brisk.
Skids was under earlier.
Yeah, I think a land vehicle might be a stealthier approach.
Or a more normal approach.
Indeed.
Thing to consider too. Aliens like higher energy signals. We don't know what's in town, but we know what's right here.
That's a good point.
You're right. All right. So we are going to take your vehicle, go into town, see what we can find, and hopefully bring back Rupert and as many of his compatriots that are alive.
Do you guys think you can hold out if they come back again?
Who are you talking to? Which one?
Them,
Okay. He says,
the collective.
I believe we can hold our own. We are just going to sit here and sit tight. We don't move, nothing happens.
Do you have any additional spacesuits?
Why do you ask?
The creator of Al, one of the creators of Al, Leonard Cray, is currently in our ship, and we are short one spacesuit should he need to leave the ship for whatever reason.
Sure. I understand. Hayes left probably 30, 40 minutes ago,
Okay.
right? Mm-hmm. So he's probably close. Mm-hmm. If he took the vehicle that he said he had. Mm-hmm. I don't see a sense in wasting any time. So I can go in and grab it, or you can come in and get it with us. It's your choice.
If you're going to stay here, you might as well grab it.
All right, kids, go grab him a spacesuit. He like literally rollerblades, like on the air, sort of above the ground, just ever so slightly hovers. You see his like little blades sort of ignite with some energy.
Well, I want to see it. Kane's gonna like run after him.
I'm just
Sort of
imagining.
he's
I'm
sort of
just
like
imagining
here's this
a marine on Heelys.
guy, yeah. And he just wheels up to the front door and goes in, and then immediately goes to like the left.
And then
I'm following him.
Okay.
I'm going to radio Rupert. Just kind of be like,
We're out of
luck.
range.
we found friendlies in the ORB station. Heavily armored.
Did you mean Rupert or did you mean?
Not Rupert.
Leonard.
Leo.
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 There we go.
We found friendlies. They're heavily armored.
Was he talking through Echo?
What?
Like what did?
No, he just got him. He just
yeah.
he got him on the con. He was
Calmed him.
He was asleep.
He was on his Game Boy. Playing
He's-
something he shouldn't have.
He was playing
On the
Pokemon
Game Boy?
Mars.
Well, I mean, it's the
But
future.
they're getting you a spacesuit.
Pokemon
If things get hairy out here, watch the sensors. If you see incoming enemies, it might be safer in the ORB with the new friends we made.
So, how am I supposed to get this spacesuit?
They're going to bring it to you, and then I kind of look to
yeah.
Sarge, and I say, he's in our ship over there, and I like double click, and he goes, whoop, whoop.
Memory pipes in your head. Memory says, "Oh, I really wish he hadn't done that. I was looking around while you were looking at them, and I noticed that they don't have a ship, and we just gave them one. Are we sure we want to let them have free access to it?"
Scott, lock it back up.
Beep, beep.
Good point.
Well, I mean, can I just like digitally take the fob with me, and so like no one can take the ship off until we get back?
I mean, if you can roll a 22 data, who knows what these guys can do?
Can I roll to see if any of these people are mind controlled?
You may make an insight check. Survival with advantage.
One of them barely has a mind to control.
Too dumb to take over.
22.
22.
Yep.
Nobody immediately seems mind controlled.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
So proficiency is the circle, right?
Proficiency is
No.
dot filled in. Yes.
Okay.
Should be.
I'm gonna say, also, by the way, we barely got through, but there seems to be a force surrounding the planet that shreds ships trying to leave.
Make a deception check. You're like buns.
That's a nat.
35.
That's a nat 20.
Why are you saying 35? Hold on.
It's +5 to my deception, and then 20.
So
You don't
that's
add 10.
25.
25.
25.
It's still
25.
nat 20, 25.
Let's say
And then
35.
you see as the big guy goes, oh. That's it. That's all you get.
You beat his 8.
All right. All right. We will stay in contact with you, Sarge, and just be ready just in case we are coming back hot.
No, if we're gonna pass the ship on the way to Rupert, we should drop the suit off.
Is it on the way?
I would think so.
So Skids comes back with a like sort of
Where did he go?
red spacesuit. Oh, you went
I was
inside.
watching
I need to describe that room now. Give me a hot second. So you go inside this room, and there is a sort of like map platform, like the like a a computer screen that is the entire table. And it's got a bunch of touchscreen buttons and little holograms that pop up, right? You see a bunch of computers all along the wall. You see basically 3 what look to be like rooms immediately connected, but they're all like doors and single window. And then off, like kind of straight ahead from you, there's a hallway that kind of immediately goes to the right. But what you can see from your current vantage point is there is a big screen with like a little computer terminal access
And I can
along
breathe.
the back wall.
I can breathe here, right? There's atmosphere. It's cold atmosphere, but atmosphere.
You feel the temperature change, a lot warmer inside.
I don't.
You wish you did. But the atmosphere is indeed breathable in this room, yes.
Was it outside as well?
No.
What?
No, it's limited atmosphere. That doesn't mean that the atmosphere is breathable. I can apply helium and create an atmosphere.
Can. Can't do a lot of things.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
oxygen not required.
Also, I'm sorry. My previous rules, I'll fix it from now on, but it's not an automatic 21 because I'm not adding 10.
You're just 10 plus.
I'm minimum 10.
Oh yeah, so you were only adding
Yes.
like 1 or 2 more than you should have.
Oh wait, it is 21. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, you.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're like
You're
"Oh,
rolling
crap,
like
I'm
ones
really
and
good at this game."
twos.
No, you're playing
Even
a rogue.
adding 10, you weren't doing a whole lot different.
So the plan of action is to go to town,
Yes.
In whatever vehicle they have.
whatever vehicle
Find
you have.
Rupert Hayes.
Back up Rupert.
All right. So Skids come back. This is what I was trying to say. He comes back, and he hands the suit to the nearest person, which was, I was assuming, Joe.
I guess
Yes.
at this point it'd be Kane because he was there.
Oh, yep, Kane. He hands it to Kane,
It's a nice place to get
and
here.
then he says, "Hey, Sarge, only the red one works. The blue one is currently not working, so we'll be out of car if they take it."
Can we get the other one working?
Like the spacesuit?
No, the cars,
vehicles.
the
Oh.
vehicles, because Skids is working on one of them.
I was in there. What did I see?
You were in the computer room.
Oh. We didn't go through the garage door?
Did you go in
followed
through
him.
the hallway?
I just followed
So
him.
no, he went left, went to his bedroom, grabbed a spacesuit from the closet, and then came out.
Joe Thor would be like, let me take a quick look, see if it's something I can quickly fix. And then he'll just.
Is enter the garage.
Yeah.
You see at the back left of this garage is a doorway, and then like kind of a window to your right and a window to your left. But they're small. They're like
Right.
portholes basically, that allow people to see inside the garage.
Right.
Should that be a problem? And then
We've seen buildings in Antarctica.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the sort of snow brushes into the room as you open the garage door. But basically, you see immediately he's working on this one vehicle, the blue one, as he said, and then the red one is kind of parked in the back. And they're basically 2-man vehicles with a truck bed that has a big yellow tube in the back.
Okay.
And these tubes are what would be oxygen
Okay.
cases, essentially. So 2 of you could go to town. or one of you ride in the back, two of you ride in the back, but it would be rough. You can do it, but it's rough.
Gotcha.
Maybe we should fly.
Joe Thor is just going to go over to the. You said the red one was the one.
The working one. Yeah.
Okay.
The blue one. Blue is sad. Blue
Okay.
is bad.
Okay. He's going to go over to the blue one really quick and just
Sad, blue is bad.
run a quick visual diagnostic.
Technology.
26.
Just needs an oil change.
This vehicle sat too long. And they were clearly using the red one. And the blue one just kind of sat there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if-
just misuse.
It needs a good couple hour tune-up.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Joe Thor will lick its skids like, hey, I won't be able to fix this really quickly, but I promise once we get back, assuming everything's good, I will fix it up. We need to get to town to get Rupert to say, hopefully either save him, keep him alive, save him, or keep him alive and bring him back. I promise I will fix this. I promise I will fix this once I get back as a thank you for allowing us to borrow the red one.
Are we going to borrow the red one?
Yes. Or that's what Joe Thor was going to say. We haven't decided as a group, but that's what Joe Thor was going to say.
Yeah.
We appreciate your empty promises.
He's good at
You may-
that.
You may think it's empty. I'm as truthful as I can be.
Sure.
Are the promises half empty or half full?
The
All
full of
right,
something.
Tank. Yeah. Big guy turns. Tank, you can go back to moving crates. And I saw the spray can. Tank was here. Not funny. I just fine.
He's just reminding himself which side he's patrolled.
If it were that easy.
Can he read?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the S is just a Z.
No, that's is skids.
No, the was.
Oh, the was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's WUZ.
Phonetic.
All right.
So you walk back out?
As you said, per your protocols, we technically outrank you. So I will pull rank and commandeer this vehicle. We will bring it back, and hopefully bring back Rupert Hayes's vehicle as well.
Am I coming back from the ship yet
You went to the ship?
to take the spacesuit?
Oh, okay. So you take the spaceship to Leo. Leo is very thankful.
You can teleport, can't you?
I
It's a
can
spell. He
do a
doesn't-
lot of things.
He doesn't want to waste a spell slot.
I see.
Besides, it's nice out here.
You would
To you,
I mean, you can't really breathe the oxygen, but other than that, it's great.
Are we ready to go?
I'm just so that we all know. I'm pretty sure that. So the sergeant, we don't know his name yet. He looks and goes, "All right, hey, you don't outrank me. He does." So I'm assuming you're acting on his orders.
yes.
All right.
Am I back yet?
Yes.
What is this thing?
It's our vehicle. That's how we're gonna.
We're
get
all
to
going to
town.
ride in there?
I mean, I'll ride on the back.
Yeah, I guess Scott can ride in the back, too.
Scott, like, inhumanely, like, raps and, like...
Wait a minute. How many of us
almost
need
like
to
he's-
actually breathe the atmosphere?
Almost like he's, like, part of the bumper.
You're a box.
Three?
I have a suit.
Well, yeah.
He-
Yeah,
suit.
yeah, we all.
You have a suit.
Yeah,
He doesn't need one.
we still need to breathe.
Scott just has a fishbowl that clearly isn't sealed in any way.
You're just pretending to be an astronaut?
No, I'm just kidding.
Scott does not, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes, does not need to breathe.
He is not a biological individual that needs oxygen in order to function.
Good.
You doubt me.
I mean, I'm waiting for what you're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm waiting for
All right.
this
Yes. Joe
We're
Thor.
loading up and going.
Joe Thor's gonna climb onto the back and hold on for dear life.
We locked the ship and we're apparently driving there.
All right, so you go inside of this vehicle,
Shotgun.
close the door, and there's Kane to your right.
I'm assuming I'm driving.
Yes.
That's normal.
You do have the pilot.
I mean, driving.
Take off your helmet, probably. 'Cause
Can you?
it's just, I mean, do you not, or do you leave it on?
I would
Never
think
takes off
not.
his
He's
helmet.
No, if you close it up, oxygen begins to pour into the
But he
room.
never takes off his helmet,
That's
though.
true. I
He
forgot.
didn't take off his helmet in prison.
It's like Boba Fett. All right, so all is good. You guys are in there,
on the Boba Fett show.
and
I will, though.
you get the vehicle going.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold. You crank up the AC and the seat warmer. And Scott has no idea what that would feel like.
He does
You guys
not.
begin to drive over like a hill crest, down sort of a valley, to where this town would be protected most by the elements.
From the elements.
Yes, thank you. You're seeing light poles as you drive across this road, this gravel road, but the lights are not on.
Okay.
The poles or like street lights?
Street lights.
Okay.
Right, like a road that has been well lit to
Yeah.
get to this area, but it's gravel, and then you pass the gravel and get onto a road proper. This road
Alright.
takes you towards town. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
All of us?
Whoever decides to.
Okay.
30.
I vote you in.
Yeah. I vote you in.
Yep.
Wow,
I didn't even roll anything.
that's wild. All right, I'm going to my Pluto document. Woo, 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 woo.
Okay. Also, since we're talking about Pluto as a planet, I would assume Pluto has less gravity than what we are normally used to.
It does have less gravity. No one's jumped yet.
Okay.
Does that mean when I collapsed, I just went,
Okay. I just wasn't sure how we were going to play that, but I was.
Your jump height and jump distance
Ooh,
on this
that's
planet
funny.
is ×3,
Okay.
which is very not generous because
No one-
gravity on Pluto is 0.063 times Earth's gravity.
0.06?
Almost half.
No, 0.06.
Oh, wait.
6%.
Much less than half.
So basically, I'm just going to multiply it by 3 and it feels good.
Yes. Does our lifting capacity change?
For the sake of story, you bet.
Okay. Cool.
That's why Tank was carrying all those huge boxes.
You know what? That's fair, actually. How does he maintain his physique, though?
So you see a sign that says, "Welcome to New Horizons."
Appropriate name. I like it.
That's a very dystopian name.
it's a very
You-
old song.
You love it, don't you? So you see the sort of epicenter is like a single street that has like an intersection single light switch. This single light switch ever so flickers. There's no green light. There's no need for that. It is just a constantly blinking yellow from your perspective to continue on through this town. It is a small town. Very picture this, futuristic Western. You guys understand it. And there seems to be 2 points of interest. There seems to be a sort of large market
And the saloon.
and what looks to be a memorial, a spacecraft memorial is what it says.
Okay.
Is the memorial actually a spacecraft made into a memorial? Or is it a memorial of a spacecraft?
It is a memorial building. It's like a town hall building that has been retrofitted to a museum.
Interesting.
Not gonna lie, I expected you to just say junkyard.
No, I
No.
did that already.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did. All right. So, Ewan, where do you stop the vehicle?
How long did it take us to get there?
I mean,
I'm going to say 20 minutes.
We're booking it.
It's more than 2 miles away.
Yeah.
I said a handful of miles. I said a couple, but I meant like a handful.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
20 minutes is a good drive.
Yeah.
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 It's about 10 miles.
It's outside of town. It's like suburbia.
Yeah.
It was not a straight
Conditions.
line. You had to
Road
kind of.
conditions.
Yeah, you kind of wound through. It was easy enough. It really wasn't hard.
No.
Dude, you kind of whacked yourself there. You're like, kapoo. All right, so
Winding and dining.
you're all in the vehicle. Survival check with a bajillion.
Yeah.
So here's what happens when you get into town. There's nobody there. Lights are dark. You get that little flash, and you're looking for signs of life. And so here's what I'm going to say happens. You pull over to the side of the road because the road is filled with debris. And you're like, we're going to pop the tires if we get in this road. That's what your survival check is. Otherwise, I was going to have you guys brutally crash. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I was going to have all your tires pop, and it was going to be awesome. And you guys were going to have to walk back. You're welcome.
What about Rupert Hayes' car?
You parked.
Jackson.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's true. Did we see any tracks as we were going there?
Let me finish. Yes. You see a destroyed vehicle that slammed headfirst into the pile of debris that you now parked outside of. It looks like the people in the back of the car probably lived. The people in the front probably didn't do very well. Hopefully Rupert wasn't driving. It's like a big Humvee.
Ooh.
I turn on thermal sight, so now up to 30 feet. Can I just leave that on?
Sure.
All right.
I'm going to ask Memory to try to reach Rupert again now that we're in a closer range.
Do it.
And while he's doing that, Joe Thor is going to go up to the vehicle.
Nat 20.
That's a success.
It's only 30.
Go up to the vehicle,
Again.
assessing whether it's one fixable and two checking on the people that were in front to see if they are alive.
He's dead, Jim.
All right, so you go up to the front of this car and you see a person pancake. And next to him,
It's not a pretty sight.
a person pancake.
Thought you were going to say golden arm.
And it
Hopefully not.
is
Hopefully
coagulated into frozen ooze that is pouring out of the door.
Gross.
That makes sense. And then I assume from that assessment, there is no way that this vehicle would be running again any reasonable sort of time.
No, it looks like they were going really, really, really fast through this area and then couldn't stop for whatever reason.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, Joe Thor will. Oh wait, you're contacting Rupert while that's happening.
Yeah,
So
hit it.
I'll let
Memory
that
is
happen.
doing that.
Yeah. Okay, it's just Joe Thor will go over comms Rupert Hayes' vehicle to DOA, unlikely to be functional. Our ride's only one back.
Of course, they're unlikely to be functional if they're dead.
The vehicle, not the individuals.
Oh.
Yes, obviously, if they're dead, they're not functional. But I
We
was,
should call Rupert.
What'd you roll? $1 million.
30, I think.
So
Critical
I would
success.
never have you roll if you couldn't succeed. So just know that if it isn't at 20, yes, you succeed. Nat ones are the ones that I'm a little iffy on because I do like to know the total. All right, so 30 million. You sort of are like, she's like, oh wait, I got him. And then you're like hearing a hey, hello, just we got it's damaged. However, you can reach him. You got him. You want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Rupert, it's Ewan. You have any idea where you're at?
I'm hello.
You're trapped.
No, I'm. Go ahead and make. Oh, go ahead and make an investigation check.
To figure out what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't know what role to make him roll.
Investigation's pretty good. I like that.
Perception would have been probably
Better
worked.
for you.
Better
It would
for you.
have
But
definitely been better. It's only
This is
13.
an intelligence move.
That's 13.
13. You piecemeal that his radio's damaged, but you also piecemeal that he is alive, understanding you, and like he's getting your full sentences back. He's able to communicate to you through this crackliness that he's like, I read you loud and clear. Ultimately is what you get.
Tell him to come back to the
He
truck.
cannot communicate back properly.
Yeah.
You can tell him to come back to his vehicle.
he may not be able to.
You're right.
While they're doing all that, Joe Thor's going to get his data pad out again and scan for power sources like he did earlier.
I'm looking for thermal signature.
I know you are.
Within 30
I know
feet.
you are.
But what am I?
All right.
Can't see.
Data.
Oh, heat
Scott.
signatures.
Yes.
Go ahead and murder data. Underneath the car, you get a hand that sort of waves and you see the heat underneath the Humvee.
A hand?
A hand that waves from underneath and it catches in your thermal vision.
I drop to the ground so that my head is parallel with the underneath of the car.
You see an officer in black whose helmet is largely crushed. But half their head is crushed.
So he's still kind of moving, and this is in the wreckage.
Yeah.
There's still one alive, but maybe not for long. Over there.
Underneath the Humvee.
I move toward it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Power sources. Something's keeping those lights flickering.
Yes, that
Generator seems to be underneath the memorial.
generator, okay. And just like earlier, not any... I assume with a lot of the lights out and flickering, it is not giving off large amounts of energy.
No.
Okay.
Like even way less than you
Would
were hoping for.
anticipate. Okay. Gotcha.
That's the only signature you're finding.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody what are you gonna do with this guy underneath?
I'm gonna lift the car off him.
It's probably a good call. And this sound is.
We need to find a
more.
we need to find a way
I
to keep
mean,
him warm.
pretty
though.
eerie.
felt pretty appropriate for
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't. We weren't quite there yet.
Oh, jeez.
So then, so I lift the car off him. Is his face? Is this just like his nerve endings moving? Like his face is that crushed, or is it just his helmet is damaged?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So he lifts it. I will drag the guy out from underneath the car so that Scott.
So you pull. There's a pretty stiff resistance. Make an athletics check.
I'll help.
Thank you for helping, because that's 4.
Roll again.
Didn't help.
That did not help.
I didn't help much.
He does not budge.
I pretended to help.
Can I attempt to like push the car over, like capsize it, and then attempt?
You can make an athletics check to be a superhero.
It's on Pluto.
There's no
gravity is at.
Yeah,
That's
right,
true.
right,
That is
right.
true. You
Gravity
should be
is-
able to do this.
There's no one else
Just-
in the car, is there?
I mean,
Well,
Joe Thor has.
not that we see.
Joe Thor.
Okay.
Gosh.
not a lot.
I mean, I can't. I have to reward the roll. Like it's
Yeah,
still
no,
like
no,
a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were doing just fine.
It was a nat 1.
So what's the total this
What's
time?
with you and nat ones today?
One.
Total
Is
is
0.
1.
1. So Scott is like, I'm gonna move the car. Doesn't move the car. And Scott's pushing. And then he brushes himself off.
Well, he's dead.
Anybody else want to try to get him out?
I'll try athletics.
This is also GM 101. Never let all of your players roll the same skill check unless it's funny. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And for the record, I have a -2 in strength.
Not helping you.
Either way, it's an 11.
That is true.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah. 15 is what you needed.
Cool.
You pull him by his arm, and you pull his torso out from underneath.
Oh.
And he gurgles,
Yeah.
and then is no longer alive.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
I immediately began searching him.
I mean, Joe Thor was going to do that too.
Okay, you find a radio,
Don't think that
I
worked.
take the radio.
and you find a gun, but you have one. It's the same thing. You have a gun.
A repeater pistol.
Yeah.
Set the gun aside, take the radio, and I'd like to kind of like patch it into
for a
our
rifle.
custom comm link.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He has Rupert. Like, we got him. He's in the comms if you want him.
oh, his comm is damaged.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's
Never
just
mind.
we he can hear us, we can't hear him. Sort of.
I'm gonna turn it off
Mm-hmm.
and put it in my inventory.
Got it. You got a radio. You gotta actually, you have an officer's radio, which is specific. It's a little different.
Yes. Probably has codes.
Indeed. A little different frequencies.
All right.
So are you going to go towards the big blinking memorial that I've told you to go to twice?
Yes. So
What about that market?
Check out the buildings on
I mean,
the
you
way.
go to the market. You could.
No,
I did build 2 locations.
no. So based on, you said that we all have communication with Rupert, right? Or is it just...
If you want, he can open it up into the room. Yes.
Yeah, I did it through memory. If I want to do it, just stick my hand out.
You and tell Rupert to meet us at the memorial in the center of town. We'll meet him there, and hopefully, if we can get him out safely and get us out of here safely.
Yeah.
Okay. What if he can't move?
Tell him if he is unable to move from his position to
Tight.
no to try like
Start
key,
shooting.
No, key his mic twice. So
There you go.
like try and say something, turn off, say something again.
Okay.
That is a way for him to communicate that he is unable to move positions and that we would need to go find him,
2 clicks for yes, 1 click for no.
essentially.
Okay.
You relay that. Great.
Yes.
Cool. He's giving you a positive response.
That he can't move or can?
Oh, can he move? That was the question?
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's what we're figuring out
Oh,
through.
yes.
got it. I
If-
thought he was saying, okay,
No,
here, you can
yeah,
do this. And he's like,
yeah.
all right, cool, I can
No,
do that.
yeah. If he cannot move, key his mic twice.
Gotcha. He keys his mic twice. He cannot move
Okay.
from his current position.
Okay.
We gotta find him.
All right. Well,
Hide and seek.
let's see.
Oh, I love it.
Do you know Morse code?
The monument is in the
a good
center.
question.
Monument's in the center of town, correct?
Yeah, you bet.
All right.
The memorial is a
Sorry,
building.
memorial. All right. Let's go to the memorial. See if we can climb up on top, and take the lay of the land from there.
Of course you
Say
would think
we-
about
I
climbing.
say we go stealthily,
Okay.
meaning try not to make noise.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make stealth checks.
Okay. While I'm doing, nat 20 for Joe Thor.
Nice.
I assume that a
31.
short rest has to be an intentional, and the drive over would not count as a short rest, correct?
No.
Okay.
No.
You were outside.
Yeah. Okay.
Hanging on
No.
for
That's
dear
why I
life.
asked. I'm just asking because
not deer life,
if
monkey
we-
life.
if it was a short rest, I could get my invisibility back.
You guys walk through the debris. You're stealthy, and you
Yeah.
approach the museum that says, "In dedication to the New Horizons mission."
Wonder what their mission was.
Who knows?
It was
Oh,
new.
hope it wasn't to live.
There's probably a plaque inside, but
You go up to the front door, and half of it is missing.
from an explosion or ripped off, or
Looks like it was ripped off.
okay.
Clawed off?
Make a survival check.
Survival or perception?
Survival.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do that.
With advantage.
I wonder if it was ripped off or clawed off.
$22.
It looks to have been removed by an appendage that has either one finger or one large claw.
Fun.
Probably clawed off.
So it wasn't Rupert.
No.
So Joe Thor will kind of just start looking around, trying to see if anything is out of place.
You look into this room and you see the museum talking about these brave men and women who traversed the distance from Neptune to Pluto, successfully establishing life
Yeah.
on Pluto. This town, New Horizons, was an outpost that was outgrown and civilization moved, but the ORB was set up here. Now the town sits as a little piece of history, more so than any piece of industry. And then you hear a really, really loud roar from downstairs. and we'll pick up there next time.
All right.
All right. This has been so much fun. I appreciate you coming along this ride with us. We'll catch you next time on Roll to One. Head over to our roll2one.com if you're feeling goopy. That's it. Have a good one.